pretty well-to-do person, but down in her basement, she had a stockpile of canned food.
Oh, my mother did too.
From the Depression and World War II with rationing, she just, in case there was any disaster or emergency, she was...
In my father's house in the basement, we call it the fruit room. She had lined up, she had water, cans of water, she had paper towels, toilet paper, cakes of soap, and she would replenish it quite often. I hope you're not filming, are you?
Maybe.
I hope not.
Why do you not want me to film?
Well, I feel like
Robbie, that sounds great.
No, you don't.
That's the radio.
That is a great...
So what else do you remember? What do you remember about Christmas growing up in the house, and anything about the house specific? Where did they put the Christmas tree?
Well, when you walk in the front door, you take a right.
Yes.
And right inside of the door was the tree.
In front of that window? Kind of?
In the corner, kind of. Kind of in the corner.
Okay.
And for years we used to go out and get, I don't remember that we ever had when I was a child growing up, even up to college, I don't remember having an artificial. I don't think they were prevalent at the time.
Probably not.
But my father loved to set it up. He was not an artistic man, but he had definite ideas about how the lights should look. You shouldn't see the
wires? Oh, that's a lot of work. He would get the wires.
Shouldn't see the wires, and he'd stick them in and then pull the lights out. Then he had this idea about the icicles. You know, everybody used those icicles. And you shouldn't throw them on. They had to be hanging down. That really wasn't typical of Daddy. But he must have grown up in a household where his mother or his father was particular. And so he would say, you can't throw the icicles on, you've got to hang them this way. And then my mother would we always put a sheet under it. A folded sheet. And going to church was a big thing. Because I sang in the choir. And that was a big thing. We always had a lot of fellowship things. And I don't know, we didn't give a whole lot of gifts. Cooking was a big deal. My mother planted herself in the kitchen.
Now
And every year until my grandfather died, we went to Lynchburg the day before Christmas. And all of Daddy's brothers and sisters would come to Lynchburg, and we had a place. Every kid had a place for where Santa Claus left. And mine was right in front of the fireplace. Had a card table. And those two big old-fashioned artificial vases with artificial dried flowers with these big globes over them would be on either side on the mantle. It looked like a stone fireplace. And I told Duff in later years, I sure would like to have those things with those big domes. And he said, we're not going to put them in this house.
Now I have a question. You play the piano, but you never had a piano in your home growing up. Is that right?
Yes. I took piano lessons for 9 years.
I know. I've heard you play, but where did you have a piano in the house growing up?
I had an upright piano. You know where Daddy's chair was?
Yes, ma'am.
The piano was right behind on the wall.
Okay.
Against the wall, and the side porch was screen porch. And when we wanted to go in and out, we just pushed the piano bench under. And my father didn't particularly like to hear piano practicing. So he would go in the den and do his work on the desk in there. He didn't go for the piano practice. He didn't particularly like music. He liked to sing, but he didn't like... he liked everything neat and orderly. He didn't like...
I understand. That, by the way, that is one of the things I did not take are all of your father's files in that ottoman. They're on the porch, the side porch.
And that's the thing when he got the last 6 months, it amazed me that he was not concerned about his records